Hello, everyone. Tell me, how are you all today? Because I haven't seen you for more than a month, I guess. And already in a very short notice, I can see that a lot of participants joined, around 17 or 18. Well, that's a huge number. Around 17 participants joined within a very short notice. I'm very impressed and I'm very happy once again to be a part of yours today. And I welcome you all to today's session. As you know that I am Afroza Tina. I teach English at Daffodil International University as a senior lecturer in the department. And today, as you have already got the topic, today we will talk a little about TED Talks. Why? Because we would try to focus on our speaking skills. Now, tell me, tell me something about yourself at the beginning. And there is an instruction, of course. While introducing yourself, I would request all of you to focus on present tense. If possible, focus on present tense, and then please introduce yourself, everyone. So who's going to start? Tell me. Will it be Suraya, Shanta, Razu, or Russell? Who's going to start voluntarily? Tell me. Anyone who would like to introduce himself or herself with the present tense, of course, in present tense. Are you all muted or do you need any kind of assistance? I mean, have you all been muted by the host?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No.
that's great. That's great. That's wonderful. So, yes, would you like to please introduce yourself in present tense?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure, please go ahead.
May I, ma'am?
Sure.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Jahi. I am 20 years old. I come from Satkhira. I am a student at Daffodil International University. I currently started my graduation in Bachelor of Law. I am only one child. I really like to love people. That's it, ma'am.
Oh, that's wonderful, Jahi. That's great. Thank you so much for this start. But here at this moment, well, a very, very simple suggestion, whatever you say for Jahi. The thing is, whenever you actually mention your name, all of you, please listen to me carefully. Whenever you mention your name, please don't focus on your nicknames or only on your first names. You will have to mention your full name. So Jahi, what's your full name? Baba, what's your full name?
Ma'am, Umme Habiba Jahi.
Exactly. So from now on, Jahi and the others will definitely focus on the full names. Full names.
Yes, ma'am.
You would say, I am Umme Habiba Jahi. That's wonderful. That was wonderful,
I am
Jahi.
Umme Habiba Jahi. Thanks, ma'am.
Welcome. Yes, now who's next? May I request so many, Redwan, Bakir, and then Razu. So who's going to share? Tell me. Sogir, and then a lot of people. Ontor. Who's going to share about himself or herself? A little about yourself. Yes,
May
Nadira.
I, ma'am?
Okay, and then I'll get back to Nadira. Yes. Yes, yes, please start. Sogir.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. Good afternoon. I am Mohammad Sogir Rahman Shagor. I am from Gaibandha. I am 20 years old. I am currently studied at Dinaspur Government City College. I am SSC candidate 2020. Uh, that's it, ma'am.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sogir. That's so lovely. You have tried so hard. That's wonderful.
Thank you, ma'am.
My
Thank you.
pleasure. And look, Sogir, the way you have started, definitely it'll take you far ahead. Definitely it'll take you far ahead because You are here to get something from the lesson, and that's why you are here. I understand. So please respond whenever you are asked to. Whenever you are asked to, please respond. Everyone, like Sogir. It doesn't matter actually. You whether you study or not, whether you are a professional or not. The thing is, we all are here to share and exchange our ideas, and that's why we are here to actually enhance our speaking skill. This is how we can, obviously. Thank you so much, Sogir, and it's wonderful to hear that you are an HSC candidate of 2022, right? This year.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great. That's great. Now, Nadira actually wanted to share something. Nadira, you raise your hand.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum assalam. Please start, Nadira.
Myself, Nadira Toni. I'm basically from Borishal, but currently staying in University Hall because of my studies. I have passed SSC from Borgona Govt College. I'm currently studying law at Daffodil International University. I am one of 4 siblings. I am big fan of running and fitness classes. I wear it like a dislike. Thank you, ma'am.
That's great, Nadira. Now, very few observations for Nadira and for all of you actually. Whatever I do, whatever I suggest actually is not only for that concerned person only. I'm now giving actually feedback to all of you. It started with Nadira, but my feedback actually is for all of you. So please listen to me carefully at this moment. I have 2 specific feedback for Nadira and for all of you. The first one, we can never say myself and our name. Okay, Nadira? এভাবে কখনো শুরু করা যাবে না। Myself দিয়ে নিজের নাম বলা যাবে না। Is that clear, everyone? Okay, so how to start? We can never say. We can never say. I think you can mute your microphones, everyone. Yes, that's great. Now, you can never say myself Afroza Akhtar Tina. I can never say this way. I'll have to say my name is or I am. So there are only 2 ways to mention names, only 2 ways. You can say either my name is or you can say I am. Like I am Afroza Akhtar Tina or my name is Afroza Akhtar Tina. So this is how we should mention our names. And the second feedback for Nadira is we can never shorten the form in pronunciation. For example, whenever there is a word like GOV, then we'll have to mention the full form. Orally, government, GOV, full stop stands for what? Government, right? GOV দিয়ে আমরা government বুঝি। আমি কি ঠিক বলছি? Yes. তাহলে GOV full stop দিয়ে আমরা government বুঝি। And whenever we speak, we can't say gov বলা যাবে না, full form বলতে হবে মৌখিকভাবে orally. We should
Yes,
say
ma'am.
government. So 2 specific feedback, not only for Nadira, but for all of you. I hope this definitely would help you to introduce yourself in front of bigger audiences, right? And now tell me, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I know Nozrul Islam raised hand, but Nozrul, I'm keeping you in my mind. Can I get back to you later? A little discussion, after a little discussion on TikTok, if you don't mind, Nozrul? Can you hear me, Nozrul? I just have mentioned that I would like to get back to you soon after discussing a little about TikTok. Will that be okay? মানে আমি বলছিলাম যে আমি টেকটক্সের উপর 2-একটা জিনিস মেনশন করে তারপর নজরুলের কাছে যদি ফেরত যাই তাতে কি চলবে নজরুল?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Let me start a little about today's topic with this one, because of course there are a lot of things that I would love to hear from you today. I would actually from you today. And today our topic is about TikTok. Now, I believe that we all know about TikTok, right? Am I right? Do you know about TikTok? Do you know about TikTok, everyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Um, there are some people who know about TikTok, and there are people who don't know anything about TikTok. That's wonderful, because it's it's so wonderful to hear different views, different kinds of opinion, to get different kinds of opinion from different students always. That is how we can ensure meaningful learning, meaningful teaching and learning. Now, as one participant today mentioned that she doesn't know anything about TED Talk, is there anyone in the session today who knows about TED Talk? Is there anyone? Yes. Would you like to share something about TED Talk, Salauddin?
Thanks, ma'am. Thanks for giving me the floor to talk with all of you. TED Talk is a educational
সাউন্ডটা একটু
platform.
বাড়াতে হবে, সালাউদ্দিন, একটু, can you be a bit louder?
Yes, ma'am. TED
Okay.
Talk is a free educational platform where many expertise people share their ideas like politics, education. There are many TED Talk challenge that is TED education and TED Talk. It works around the globe. Uh, it's a very good platform for every kind of learning and also English learning.
Okay. Salauddin has tried. Wonderful. Now look, Salauddin knows, I guess, that most of his sentences were incorrect sentences, but still Salauddin spoke. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. You should speak. Please don't worry about the errors. Just speak. Try to speak. Thank you, Salauddin, for sharing the idea. Well, I believe that from Salauddin, we got a little idea about TikTok, but let me explain it in a bit more easier way. The thing is, TED Talk is about speaking or presenting ideas in front of audience. Simple. So TED Talk is about speaking or presenting ideas in front of people. And this is the general idea of TED Talk. Now, if you want me to clarify any point in Bangla, please let me know, because other than you say, I won't get that whether you need the explanation in Bangla or not. So if you need an explanation in Bangla, please let me know. Yes, because today you are here to get something from this session, of course. So TED Talks is about sharing ideas. It's about presentation, presenting. Now, why this is named as TED Talk, why it's, a kind of unique kind of speaking, that's because it has very short amount of time. So that is also important. TED Talk is about, you know, proper timing, proper timing. Now, if I simply just tell you that share your personal journey, share your personal journey since your childhood, then most of the people would take how much time? What do you think? Do you think that most of the people would actually have a lot of things to share, because we all would like to get back to our childhood. We love to focus on our school days. We have so many things to share regarding our college days. We have so many things to share regarding our family members, family events, traveling, and relatives, and a lot of things about sports, and a lot of things. So if someone ask me or request me to, focus on my personal journey since my childhood, then I have a lot of things to share. Am I right? What do you think? Do you also have a lot of things to share about your personal journey?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, everyone has. Everyone has. Thank you for mentioning. Now, TED Talk is something which actually compels us to limit ourselves. It compels us to limit ourselves. For example, if I request you to focus on your personal journey, and if I also give the instruction that you can't speak more than 3 minutes, then what do you think? What do you think? Will that be a bit difficult and systematic for you? What do you think? If I
Ma'am,
request,
difficult.
yes, it will be a bit difficult. A bit difficult, definitely. And do you think that if you have to focus on your entire personal journey within 3 minutes, then you will have to actually organize a lot of things very quickly? What do you think?
Yes, ma'am. অনেক দ্রুত
Yes.
অর্গানাইজ করতে হবে।
Exactly, exactly, because you have only 3 minutes. So the thing is, whenever we have time limitation, obviously we are more organized. This is the point. When we have time limitation, we are more organized. When we have time limitation, we are more well formed. We are more well formed. When we have time limitation, we actually prioritize our ideas. I repeat, when we have time limitation, we prioritize our ideas. For example, if someone gives me 3 minutes to focus on my personal journey, then what would I do? I personally would focus on my achievements. I would talk only about my achievements within 3 minutes, because I know these achievements will be the prominent ideas which I can share with huge amount of audience in front of me. And so this is how we prioritize. As students, what will you do? You would focus definitely on your little achievements, but at the same time, you would try to focus on your current study, on your maybe current university, current college. Maybe that is how you would like to focus on your journey. So this is how it actually works. And definitely, TED Talk is something more special. Why? Because mostly it's about personal experiences. I repeat, TED Talks mostly is about personal experiences. So now, tell me, did you get a little idea about TED Talks, everyone? Or do you have any questions? Please think. একটু চিন্তা করে দেখেন, any question? Did you get a little
আর
idea?
একটু
Yes.
ডিটেলস বললে ভালো হইতো ম্যাম।
Well, as I have mentioned, that TED Talks are a bit personal. They are more personal, actually. So whenever you would find that there is a TED Talk going on, you might have the idea that maybe the person in front of me who is taking part in the TED Talk is sharing personal ideas. He or she is sharing his or her personal ideas, or maybe he or she is focusing on his or her personal experiences. And well, of course, apart from that, there are different types of TED Talk. As you can see through my screen, that one is named as the big idea. Then we have the tech demo, the performance, the artist statement, the dazzle with wonder, small idea, and the issue talk. So there are different types of TED Talks, different types of TED Talks. And today, I would also love to give you a topic. I would definitely give you a topic on which I would request all of you to think for 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, I would call you by names and expect that all of you would try to speak for 2 minutes, not more than 2 minutes. So all of you will have to speak for 2 minutes. And should I share the topic with you? No? What do you think? Through your
Yes,
message
ma'am.
chat box? Okay.
ইয়েস
So
ম্যাম।
keep your eye on the chat box. Tell me, did you receive the topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the topic, the failure which demotivated you the most till date. So this is your TED Talk topic today. And please think that this should be about your own experience. This should be your own story. So there's nothing to Google. Please don't Google. There's nothing that you can take from Google at this moment regarding this topic. This is your own topic. You'll focus on your own personal experience. Now, if you feel that, ma'am, I actually don't have any failure in my life, then please rethink, because everyone has what? Everyone has what? What do you think? Don't you feel that everyone was or has been a failure at
Yeah, ma'am.
some stages or not? তাই না? প্রত্যেকেই কোনো না কোনো সময় কোনো না কোনো জায়গায় অল্প সময়ের জন্য হলেও আমরা ব্যর্থ হয়েছি। হতে পারে সেটা
জি,
১
ম্যাম।
মিনিটের জন্য বা ২ মিনিট। Obviously আমরা হয়েছি। So think about that, and you have 5 minutes. So your time starts now. After 5 minutes, I would request all of you to speak for 2 minutes. And please remember that this should be about your own personal journey or experiences. Okay, I believe that all of you have tried, and please don't mute yourself. Oh, sorry, unmute yourself unless I request. Okay, আপনারা unmute করেন না নিজেদের. Okay, thank you. Now, I believe that you all have tried to think on the topic, and already I have received one message from Sogi Rahman, who mentioned that he can't imagine about any failure that demotivated him. That's great. He got everything. But Sogi, is it possible that a person can get everything? I mean, we all can be satisfied, but it's not possible to get everything in life. And well, I know that probably you are a student, so this is how you think maybe at this moment. This is also very logical. But yes, then Sogir, you can mention about one of your greatest achievements that motivated you the most. Sogir, did you get my point?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I know that if we want from our God, and I do every and we do work properly, we can get everything.
Okay, that is about a suggestion, but Sogir, you'll have to speak on the topic. We will have to speak on the topic. If you feel that you don't have any failure, then you can mention one of your greatest achievements that motivated you the most. Did you get the point? সগির, আপনি কি বুঝতে পেরেছেন না বোধহয়?
অ্যাকচুয়ালি ম্যাম আমি ইয়াতে আছি, আমি টিউশনিতে আছি, তো যার কারণে কিছু কিছু কথা বুঝতে পারতেছি না।
তাহলে let me mute you. Well, now let me get back to Antor Ghosh. Antor, can you hear me? Antor Ghosh.
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, please speak on the topic for 2 minutes, the way you want, Antor. শুধু চেষ্টা করেন আপনারা বাবা. I'll give you feedback. And you all are here for the feedback, actually. This is the basic thing which you want, which you need at this moment. So please start, Antor. Speak for 2 minutes.
Actually, ma'am, what should I tell all of you? Ma'am, when I thinking about the failure, which is demotivated me most,
অন্তর, could you please start one more time? আরেকটু জোরে করে যদি শুরু করেন।
Okay, ma'am, I will try. Ma'am, when I thinking about the failure, which is demotivated most, ma'am, I found actually nothing in my mind. Which
Okay, then could you mention about one of your achievements that motivated you the most?
Ma'am, motivated actually. I am I am learning digital marketing for about almost like 2 years, and I have no work in this sector. But recently, I got a job on this sector of digital marketing, and I performed my skill on this job well, very well, uh, and I get something. I get some positive feedback from my client, which is motivated me most. On recently, some few days ago.
Oh, that was wonderful. That was wonderful, Ontor. So the feedback of the client motivated you the most, and this has been one of your greatest achievements, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, now a feedback for you, Ontor. যেটার জন্য আপনি এখানে এসেছেন, the feedback on your speaking. Now, whenever we have to start a conversation, or whenever we have to start, I mean, speaking on a specific topic or idea, then how to start? That is the first point. শুরু করব কিভাবে আমরা? প্রত্যেকে মনোযোগ দিয়ে শোনেন. How to start speaking on a specific topic. Now, the way Ontor has started was wonderful. Still, I would say that Ontor tried hard, and Antar knew actually that whatever he was saying mostly were incorrect sentences, but still he tried. Now, one specific feedback for Antar would be that if Antar and the rest of all of you, of course, if you can focus on the point, basic, the most basic grammar structure, which I won't believe it's a grammar. It's, I mean, a format which we all should maintain. That is subject, verb, and then followed, which is followed by an agreement. Like Antar mentioned that I something, I dash motivated or something like that. Now, whenever we share our achievements, we may start this way that today I would like to, I would love to. Please listen to me carefully. I would like to, I would love to. This is how you can start. Antar mentioned about one of his achievements. If you want to mention about one of your, you know, worst experiences, definitely you may start this way. Whatever you say, you may start this day. I would like to, I would love to share one of my worst experiences today, or I would like to share one of my greatest achievements today. Did you all get the point? আমার এই কথাটা কি আপনারা বুঝতে পেরেছেন কিভাবে শুরু করতে পারি আমরা? I would like to. হ্যাঁ, এটা কিন্তু খুব চমৎকার একটা উপায় আমি আপনাদের সাথে শেয়ার করলাম. I would like to. So this is how we all can start. এটা খুবই একটা চমৎকার উপায়, আপনাকে খুবই স্মার্ট দেখাবে এবং শোনাবে। ডেফিনেটলি শুদ্ধ তো বটেই, ভীষণ স্ট্যান্ডার্ড ফরম্যাট, হ্যাঁ, স্ট্যান্ডার্ড এবং ফর্মাল ফরম্যাট। সো this kind of expression is needed in formal speaking, or if you consider this one as a formal setting, it's so important to start this way. Wonderful. Mizan raised his hand. Mizanur Rahman. Sorry, Mizanur. Would you like to share something?
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum salam.
Ma'am, I have something to share with you.
Sure. Yes, Mizanur, you can start.
Ma'am, the topic which you gave on the chat box,
Yes.
the failure which demotivate you the most till date.
Yes. Do you have anything to share on this?
Ma'am, I can't explain.
In English, but you have something in Bangla in your mind?
I have something মানে যেটা আমার জীবনের সাথে ঘটে গেছে ম্যাডাম,
Okay.
but I can't explain in English.
Okay, you can share in Bangla and we all can try to translate that in English later. Okay, Mizanur, please tell us in Bangla what happened with you.
ম্যাডাম, এই বছর তিনেক আগে হবে, আমি তখন এই চাকরির মানে পরীক্ষা দিতাম আর কি। তো পরপর 4টে জায়গাতে আমি মানে রিটেনে টিকছিলাম, বাট মানে ভাইবার পরে একটাতেও আমি মানে এলিমিনেট হই নাই। তো এটা আমাকে সবচেয়ে বেশি হার্ড করছিল আর কি।
এলিমিনেট মানে কিন্তু বের হয়ে যাওয়া, মানে আপনি হয়তো কাজটা পাননি,
কাজটা পাই নাই।
Exactly. Now, wonderful, Mizanur. So that actually is something which you wanted to mention because that demotivated you the most, right?
জি।
Okay,
Yes,
wonderful. Thank you, Mizanur. Now, let us translate Mizanur's idea in English. দেখি আমরা মিজানুরের আইডিয়া ট্রান্সলেট করি সবাই মিলে, because Mizanur actually had everything in Bangla in his head. Now, how to translate easily his ideas? মিজানুরের আইডিয়াটা সবচেয়ে সহজভাবে কিভাবে বলা যায়? সাদাসিধে ভাবে। সাদাসিধে ভাবে কেন? সাদাসিধে ভাবে বললেই আমাদের কাজ হবে, তাই আমাদের এক্সক্লুসিভ ভাবে বলতে হবে না। If you can express it simply, then that'll work. So how to express Mizanur's idea in English? Now, Mizanur mentioned that he actually sat for 4 different types of written exams, written interviews, which he passed. But later, after that, after the written interviews, he had to go through the Viva boards where he couldn't pass, where he failed. And that demotivated Mizanur the most. Now, if I am Mizanur, then how would I have expressed ideas, specific ideas about all these things which Mizanur has just shared? আমি যদি এভাবে বলি মিজানুরের আইডিয়াগুলো ইংরেজিতে, মিজানুর খুব মনোযোগ দিয়ে শোনেন পাশাপাশি সবাই। I attempted. Now look at this word, attempt. কোথাও পরীক্ষা দেওয়া, হ্যাঁ, কম্পিটিশনে যাওয়া, এটাকে কিন্তু অ্যাটেম্পট বলে। আমরা অ্যাটেম্পট শব্দটা ব্যবহার করব, খুবই চমৎকার একটা শব্দ, ভীষণ চমৎকার, আমার দাম বাড়িয়ে দেবে, এত চমৎকার শব্দ। আচ্ছা, তাহলে এই যে বিভিন্ন জায়গায় পরীক্ষা দিয়েছে মিজানুর, এটা একটা কম্পিটিশনও ছিল, তাহলে আমরা অ্যাটেম্পট শব্দটা ব্যবহার করতে পারি। তাহলে আমি যদি মিজানুর হই, আমি এভাবে বলতে পারি, আই অ্যাটেম্পটেড। কেন টেড? পাস্ট টেন্স, তাই, কারণ মিজানুর দিয়ে ফেলেছে পরীক্ষাগুলি। I attempted 4 written examinations for jobs. I attempted 4 written examinations for job purposes or for jobs. And passed all of them. সে পাস করেছে, and passed all of them. Past কেন? সেটাও হচ্ছে past tense, তাই আমি আবার বলছি সেন্টেন্সটা, I attempted 4 written exams regarding jobs and passed all of them. ফুল স্টপ, শেষ। সাদা সিধে ইংরেজি, আমরা কোনো জটিল বাক্যে যাচ্ছি না, আমরা সিম্পল অ্যান্ড কনজাংশন দিয়ে দুটো আইডিয়া জয়েন করছি। আমি পরীক্ষা দিয়েছি 4টায় পরীক্ষায় পাস করেছি। এবার নেক্সট বাক্য, বাট I failed in all the 4 oral interviews. But I failed in all the oral interviews which demotivated me the most. শেষ। মিজানুর, একটু কিছু বোঝা গেছে কি মনে হয়? ওকে,
প্লিজ।
সরি মিজানুর,
can you once again please tell me once again?
ওকে, তাহলে মিজানুর এই প্রশ্নটা কি হবে, ম্যাম, can you please repeat the last sentence? তাই না মিজানুর? Can you please repeat the last sentence? Okay. আমি দুটো সেন্টেন্সই আবার বলছি। I attempted 4 written examinations regarding jobs and passed all of them, but I couldn't pass the oral interviews, which demotivated me the most. Dudo sentence, and the ideas are complete. So that is how we can think. Now, my suggestion to all of you, প্রত্যেকের জন্য আমার পরামর্শ, একটু মনোযোগ দিয়ে শোনেন। Please don't think of complex sentences at this moment. Please. কোনো জটিল বাক্য নিয়ে এখন চিন্তা করবেন না এই স্টেজে। যদি আপনি চিন্তা করেন বিপদে পড়ে যাবেন। Why? Because complex sentences need a bit more efficiency, a bit more fluency. So if you're not that fluent in writing proper grammatical sentences, then maybe you won't be able to, come up with different complex sentences, complex sentence structures. So that's why my suggestion to all of you will be, please avoid complex sentences. Just focus on simple sentences at this moment. And if possible, try to join ideas, different ideas with conjunctions. আমি আবার বলছি, শুধুমাত্র সরল বাক্যে এখন থেকে মনোযোগ দেবেন। সরল বাক্যে কথা বললে বাক্যটা বলা যাবে, অ্যাটলিস্ট মানুষ বুঝবে। আর যদি মনে করেন একাধিক আইডিয়া একটা বাক্য দিয়েই বলতে হবে, একের বেশি আইডিয়া কিন্তু একটা বাক্য দিয়ে প্রকাশ করতে হবে, সেক্ষেত্রে কনজাংশন দিয়ে জয়েন করবেন। আপাতত এটা হবে আপনার ফার্স্ট স্ট্র্যাটেজি। ইজ দ্যাট ক্লিয়ার এভরিওয়ান?
Yes, ma'am.
ওয়ান্ডারফুল। এবং আমি লাস্ট একজনেরটা নেব, সেটা হচ্ছে মোহাইমিনুল। ইয়েস। মোহাইমিনুল শোনা যাচ্ছে না।
গুড আফটারনুন ম্যাম,
Yes.
শোনা যাচ্ছে?
Completely okay.
ম্যাম,
Yes, I can hear you, Mohaimenu.
good afternoon. The failure which demotivated me the most till date is not having a good understanding with my family members. When I talk with them, when I talk with known and unknown people, I found them always talking about their good relationship with their family members. That moment, I have to deal with a smile or to remain silent. It keeps me depressed even when my exam periods. Before exam, I became confused about from whom I can ask blessings. I have a younger brother, but I can't contact with him whenever I want to. Last year, in 2021, I have lost my father, who was the most important person in my life. The rest of them maintains a distinct relationship with me because of many issues. That's all from my side. Thank you all.
Wonderful, Mohaiminu. Thank you so much for sharing your personal stories with us. Yes, obviously, if we have something, any kind of issues with our family members, with seniors, with our relatives, even with our friends, actually that demotivate us a lot. And yes, it impacts like the way you mentioned that you couldn't even attempt your exams smoothly, right? So it actually had a great impact on you. Now, Muhaiminu, and for all of you, I have one specific feedback for Muhaiminu and obviously for all of you. The feedback is, please focus on verb forms. Muhaiminu, you can speak quite well, but the thing that you need to focus on is on the verb forms. All the verbs that you have used were in present tense, but as it had, the incident happened in past, it has already gone. So obviously all your verbs will be in past forms. Muhaiminu, শুধু এই একটা ফিডব্যাক দেবো আপনাকে, আপনি কথা বলতে পারেন খুব ভালো সেটা, কিন্তু আপনি যতগুলি ভার্ব, অ্যাকশন ভার্ব, মেইন ভার্ব যতগুলি উল্লেখ করেছেন সবগুলি কিন্তু প্রেজেন্ট ফর্মে ছিল। সবগুলি কোন ফর্মে হবে মোহাইমিনুল? পাস্ট হবে না প্রেজেন্ট? পাস্ট, এক্স্যাক্টলি। Wonderful. It was nice meeting you all today. Now, if you have any specific questions on anything, your questions on anything, anyone? Any specific questions or
No, ma'am.
any comment? Any comment, or would you like to add something? Would you like to add something?
ম্যাম একটা কমেন্ট ছিল।
Yeah, sure.
কমেন্ট হচ্ছে আজকে সেমিনারটা আয়োজন করার জন্য আমাকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ।
Oh, that's wonderful. I actually didn't organize this. This session has been organized by Serve Human Foundation, which is an NGO, and more than NGO, of course, because it is doing a lot of voluntary work regarding developing actually what can I say, skilled professional. So this particular voluntary organization is focusing on developing skilled professionals. So this is how they are trying, and I am just a small part of this voluntary association. That is how I joined, and I helped you also to join. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the session today. Yes, Mizanur, do you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I can write any English fluently, but can't speak fluently. How can I?
Well, Ms. Anor, there is nothing which I can suggest, nothing exceptional which I can suggest you regarding this question, because I often receive this question in almost all the classes from my students, from the participants where I go. And the only answer that I have to this specific question is, well, you'll have to only practice and practice and practice and practice. Find a partner, Ms. Anor, to practice. আপনি একজন পার্টনার খোঁজেন মিজানুর। আপনি যদি মনে করেন যে ম্যাম পার্টনার নাই আমার জীবনে, তাহলে আমি কি করব? আমার কি প্র্যাকটিস হবে না? অবশ্যই হবে। তাহলে আমি কিভাবে প্র্যাকটিস করব? আপনি প্র্যাকটিস করবেন এরকম প্ল্যাটফর্মগুলির মাধ্যমে মিজানুর। যেমন এই যে সার্ভ হিউম্যান ফাউন্ডেশনের একটা প্ল্যাটফর্ম আজকে ছিল, আজকে আপনি চেষ্টা করেছেন, আজকে দুটো সেন্টেন্স ইংরেজিতে বলেছেন, 4টা সেন্টেন্স বাংলায় বলেছেন। এইটাই হচ্ছে প্র্যাকটিস বাবা, এভাবে প্র্যাকটিস করতে হবে। এবং এরকম প্ল্যাটফর্মগুলিতে বারে বারে ঢু মারতে হবে। সামনে যত প্ল্যাটফর্ম আসবে সবগুলিতে গিয়ে ইংরেজি প্র্যাকটিস করতে হবে। যত বেশি আপনি বলা শুরু করবেন প্র্যাকটিক্যালি, তত বেশি আপনার ভয়, ভীতি, আশঙ্কা এবং যে কোনো কিছু জড়তা থেকে শুরু করে যে কোনো কিছু কেটে যাবে ধীরে ধীরে। এটা এমন কোনো স্কিল না যেটা আজকে শিখে কালকে আপনি খুব ভালো করতে পারবেন, বা আজকে শিখে আগামীকাল অনেক বেশি নম্বর পেয়ে যাবেন, তা কিন্তু নয়। It depends on the way you practice. It depends the amount of practice. That's wonderful. So shall we end the session today? Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much once again for joining. So see you next month, inshallah. Till then,
ইনশাআল্লাহ
stay
ম্যাম,
well.
আল্লাহ হাফেজ।
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম।
Inshallah, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.